What's up, Jets fans? It's Christian with the Jets Report, and I know it's been a while, but I'm coming back at it with another video, just giving an overview of training camp. The first about 4 days, 2 practices have actually been open to fans, and I've been able to go to the one on Monday, August 2nd, so I could give a little personal perspective from being there, and also just gathering information from different Jets beat reporters and stuff like that, just to give you guys my overall thoughts and just tell you how super excited I am for the season. So just to start to get into it, there's so much energy and passion from Jets fans. I mean, I just wanted to thank you guys. Aside from the football, we just went 2-14, and we literally sold out every single training camp. The green and white game is going to be packed. I mean, you just don't see this from a 2-14 football team, and their fans just respond like this. It just shows how great of a fan base we are, and honestly, how lucky the Jets are to have us. But, I mean, I think it was the first practice with fans on Saturday, the 31st. Saleh just comes out, he talks to all the fans, he gets them all ready. I mean, can you even just imagine Adam Gase doing that? Absolutely not. I mean, I love Saleh, I love the energy. I feel like this is a completely new, energized team, and I'm all here for it. I love it. So just to go over some standout players, obviously there hasn't been any pads, so it's kind of hard to judge things like the trenches, the run game, but just some standout players in general. Elijah Moore, absolutely amazing. I mean, he scored that 60-plus yard touchdown to Zach Wilson on Saturday with all the fans there. Today, he hit an absolutely nasty route on 7-on-7. I mean, he sent the DB flying. He just hit the corner, and it was over. I mean, he is so quick, so fast. He's just an athlete. He brings so much energy, and I really like how him and Zach are really bonding and creating that connection. And I honestly think Elijah Moore might be I think he could be the wide receiver 1 by the end of the year. I think he needs to start week 1. I don't care. Jameson Crowder's great. He's a veteran. But Elijah Moore just brings that energy, and I love that, and I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to have a huge week 1. He's just going to shock everyone and have one of those great rookie wide receiver seasons. And I'm super pumped about that. I have actually a couple videos of him doing some stuff today. I'll put it at the end of the video. I mean, he was great. He's great connection with Zach. Another player I love, Carl Lawson. Man, he is a monster. He is ripped. He definitely put on so much muscle over the offseason. And that battle between him and Mekhi Becton, it's amazing. I'll talk about that later. But Carl Lawson's just huge. He's physical. He also brings the energy. He fits the system. I mean, we haven't had that good of an edge rusher in forever. I mean, it's crazy. And I have a feeling, I know he only got the 5 sacks last year, but his quarterback pressures were high last year. And I think he's going to come out and break out this year. Double-digit sacks if he stays healthy. I mean, he is just that good. He's that great of a player. And he's our number 1 guy. I'm super pumped to have him. Another guy, Zach Wilson. And Robert Saleh said it best. There's going to be some ups. There's going to be some downs with Zach Wilson in training camp. But on Saturday, great camp. I know he started off a little bit rough after having the contract issues. First practice, he missed some throws. Saturday, I heard he absolutely lit it up. I saw some highlights. I mean, like I said, he hit Elijah Moore for that deep route. He's just moving the ball well. I heard he spread the ball around to, like, literally everyone. Everyone got a touch. I mean, I just love that. I love having so much depth. We have a lot of depth, which I think is very underrated. And we haven't had this type of depth in forever. I mean, Braxton Berrios was our wide receiver 1 with Vincent Smith, like, on the outside. Now we have great depth at the wide receiver position, running back position. Tight end's still a little shaky, but we still got some more guys in the building. And I think Zach Wilson's really going to benefit from that. And today, Zach Wilson looked pretty good on Monday at the practice. I mean, he did miss some throws. I'm sure it wasn't as great as Saturday's performance, but he still looked formidable. He was moving the ball well. And like I said, there's no pads right now. You can't really tell. It's kind of hard to really gauge everything. I mean, especially the run game and like when a quarterback's going to get sacked and stuff like that. But he just looked confident, and that's all I want to see. I want to see gradual steps. I want to see improvement. I'm not asking him to have a Justin Herbert like rookie season. If it happens, great. But he's just you just have to have him learn from experience, get as many reps as possible, get through the preseason games, get through your reps, improve from week 1 to week 17, stuff like that. And that's just really what I'm looking forward to. So just to go through some storylines at camp, because there's always going to be storylines, especially with the team coming off a rough season last year, a lot of new guys. So my favorite storyline, Becton versus Carl Lawson. Absolutely amazing. And on a side note, seeing Mekhi Becton in person today, wow, he is monstrous. I mean, he is just a man amongst boys. But the thing I love about this Becton-Carl Lawson matchup is one day, Carl Lawson, he'll come in, get 3 sacks, rip apart Becton. Everyone's like, oh no, what's going to happen? Is Becton still injured from the plantar fasciitis? What's going wrong? Next day, Becton deals Carl Lawson, handles him. That's what I love, because iron sharpens iron. We need that type of competition at training camp, because if you think about it, there's not too many 6'7", 360 guys in the NFL playing tackle. So if Carl Lawson gets to go against that in training camp, it's just going to be that much easier on Sunday. He's going to be that much more experienced, that much more polished. And I absolutely love that matchup. And I hope that just carries until training camp and throughout the season, because both those players are going to be very important for us this year. They're both cornerstone core guys. And them just going at it every day at practice just makes it that much better. Another one I want to talk about is Denzel Mims not practicing with the first team. I see a lot of people freaking out on Twitter like, oh no, is he not fitting the system? Is he injured? Is he not doing well? Don't look into it. I'm telling you, just looking from practice today, there's no really set one, like first, second, and third teams. I mean, obviously they'll roll out the best guys or like some relatively good guys of the first team. But I saw Zach Wilson throwing to guys like Cager, Yaboa, like they're just trying to mix in and I think get Zach used to with everyone. And that's why Denzel Mims isn't always starting with the first team. He absolutely did get some first team reps today, but literally everyone's playing 1 through 3 pretty much. I mean, Elijah Moore is playing 1 through 3. Chris Herndon playing 1 through 3. I saw Keelan Cole 1 through 3. I saw Davis play with a couple different teams today, especially the running backs too. Tevin Coleman, Ty Johnson, Michael Carter. They're all rotating. So I wouldn't really look too much into Denzel Mims not starting on the first team. I still think he's going to have a key role in this offense this year. And I still think he's going to be very good. I think he has a lot of talent, the physical tools, and I really look forward to seeing him develop. And so just don't look too deep into him not really getting too many first team reps and kind of playing for the second and third teams. Another thing I want to talk about is the backup quarterback competition. As you know, we have a very unexperienced quarterback room. No one's played a game and no one's played a snap in the NFL. You got James Morgan, who's got drafted last year, didn't even touch the field, no preseason. I mean, he's very inexperienced. I honestly look at him like a rookie again. Then you got Mike White, not experienced at all either, didn't play last year. So just watching them play in practice, I heard things through the past training camp days and today. I think James Morgan is the better out of the two. He just looked better today. Mike White did miss some throws that were kind of should be made. James Morgan looked a little bit more poised. He rolled out. And honestly, one thing I like about James Morgan, he trusts his legs. I didn't really see him like that, but he's able to avoid the pocket. I saw him scramble out a little bit, which I really like. I mean, that's a great attribute that we could use. So if I had to pick, obviously I think we may add a veteran. I think that might be a better move. But if we had the two, I would probably go with James Morgan just from what I saw today and what I've been hearing. I just feel like he has the younger upside, and I just feel like he has more control and he's more confident. I could feel his confidence compared to Mike White. Another thing I want to talk about is the corners. I think this could be like the Achilles heel of our team. They're very young, so I just wanted to watch them. I kept a close eye on them today, and just in general hearing reports. And it looks like Bus Austin and Bryce Hall were starting on the outside at practice, which I assumed. I mean, they're kind of the older guys out of the group. I mean, they're still very young, but they're not like rookies like Pinnock and Eccles. And I did see a lot of Michael Carter in the slot today. Javelin Guidry did play there, but Michael Carter in the slot, he looked really good today. I mean, he's a freak athlete, super fast, super smart. I really like that. And I wouldn't mind him starting in the slot week 1. I feel like that would be great. He seems like he's picking up the offense well, and he's flying around the field. So that's just it on the defensive backs. And then one last thing, the linebackers. I noticed Hamza Nasruddin has been taking a lot of the first-team reps with Mosley and Gerard Davis. I know Sherwood's in the mix, which does seem a little bit weird because Sherwood did get actually drafted before Nasruddin in the draft this past year. But it seems like the coaches like Nasruddin in that situation. I mean, he's an absolute athletic freak. Pretty sure he's like 6'4", like he can fly around the field, and I think Robert Saleh is going to love using him as like a Swiss Army knife. And I think that's perfect. But that's it on all the storylines and the different standout players. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below about training camp if you have any questions. And I just want to say I'm super pumped up about this season. I'll drop some clips at the end of this video just like about training camp, different plays, different drills, just like a fan's perspective from the day if you weren't able to check it out. And as always, go Jets. Oh.
Open. Don't look good.